Hello guys, it is Modest Major here, bringing you a commentary over some 25 and 4 free-for-all gameplay on Rumble Pit. It is another free-for-all. I don't know why I have posted 2 free-for-alls in a row. Normally I don't get that many free-for-all gameplays, partly because I don't really play it that much, partly because I'm actually not the best free-for-all player. It's weird, on Halo 3, my highest skill was in free-for-all, and I always used to consider myself a pretty good free-for-all player. But I've been playing with a lot of players recently, one by the name of Rambo, one by the name of who was it? One by the name of Silly Solomon, an iHalo's owner, and they crush me in free-for-alls. They are far better at finding players, far better at managing traffic than I will ever be. I'm a pretty decent free-for-all player. I'm not terrible by any stretch of imagination, but I wouldn't consider myself amazing. But what I wanted to talk to you guys today was about the end game of Halo 4. What I mean when I say end game is, once you've finished your ranks, you've finished playing, the majority of the multiplayer game, you've played all the maps multiple times, you've max ranked, and you've gotten quite a few of the combinations. How it kind of, for me, it feels like it comes to a bit of a stop. When I was going through CSR, I used the combinations to get me all the experience for the different the different areas of the matchmaking. I got an excuse to use different weapons, I got an excuse to use different loadouts, and I really like the idea of those combinations. But what kind of annoys me is that how quickly it becomes to get to max CSR, SR 130. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say I even played that much. I mean, I took a very long break from Halo 4 where I didn't even know if I liked the game or not. And I also had no one to play with because I wasn't doing Halo on YouTube at the time, and none of my real life friends really were that into Halo at all. So I kind of took a break from it at that time. So I don't have the most playtime, but I still managed to get SR 130 very, very quickly. And the thing that annoys me about getting SR 130 is that commendations just kind of seem a bit pointless. Like, I can get the commendations, yes, and they, add to the record, and they get me a few armor variants for the most part. I mean, normally it's armor variants or a different stance. And there's only one stance I really want, to be honest. And kind of what I wish they did, I know there's been a lot of rumours floating about of the idea of microtransactions, and what I kind of hope they do with these microtransactions is do them in a similar way to League of Legends, in that these microtransactions can be bought, but they can also be played for if you play very, very long. And if they added in another new set of commendations, with maybe very high kills, get a very high amount of kills, playlist specific, do something quite hard. And they could be hard, but just to be able to add in the opportunity of being able to get them legitimately, I think that would be very cool. And they can make it as hard as they wanted to. I really, really wouldn't care. Because that would just get more longevity out of the game. It would be something to work towards. And I think a lot of players would really dig that idea. And it's not like it would affect sales. I mean, it doesn't affect sales in League of Legends. It definitely wouldn't affect sales in this game, because at the end of the day, if they made it hard to play, people just don't have enough time to play Halo 4 in the day. That's just a fact of the matter, and a lot of people are playing different games, so a lot of people would come on here casually and they'd see a lot of the cool armors, and if there was an ability to be able to insta-buy them, they'd be like, well, I'm never going to get the game normally anyway, I might as well do that. And I think what would also be cool is that would really give them the ability to be able to add in loads of them. I'd want to see lots and lots and lots, just like all these different variants, like flame camo and lightning camo for guns and stuff like that. And then, the ways in which to unlock them could be really difficult. It could be like, come first in a rumble pit 50 times, something ridiculous like that, or place in a big team battle in the top 3 100 times, or 200 times. That's not necessarily that hard, but there you go. Quite hard. I mean, it would take a lot of playtime at the end of the day. And it's just something that really would inspire me to play. Because I'm someone who likes my grinds. It's really weird. I used to be an achievement hunter, oddly enough. I'm someone who can just grind out for some stuff and not get bored of it. And the thing is, there's just no feeling of that anymore. There's no feeling of I'm working towards something. It just feels like, right now, I'm just going to try and get YouTube gameplays. And a part of me wonders, would I be playing as much if it wasn't for that. Because I don't know, there's not much incentive outside of being able to play with a team and having fun. I probably still would be playing that much, to be fair, as long as I had a team to play with. But at the same time, I don't know, I could be getting more enjoyment out of my playtime if I felt like I was working towards something. Because at the moment, I'm working towards armor variants, which, to be honest, I think for the most part look pretty terrible. What's the other thing? The stances, which for the most part look pretty terrible. I mean, for me, there's only like 2 stances I would personally pick, which is Believe and the default one. And Believe one I'm only picking because I have the Master Chief armor. Otherwise, I think some of the poses look quite cheesy, to be honest, and overused. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I personally would just... I think microtransactions, A, would make a very good addition, and B, they would make an amazing addition if there was the ability in order to be able to unlock them progressively through some sort of skill-based challenges. I think that'd be awesome. Commendations just... I don't know, for me, they just don't seem to cut it anymore because I have max experience. There's not much I can get out of it. And the rewards, the cosmetic rewards that there are to get, aren't exactly majorly impressive. Anyway, I have been Modest Major. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Peace.